Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. Let's get. Hey, watch his slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The tackle made by Devin Wood. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time. Come on. Let's get off the field. Safe.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Able to fight through one tackle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go one more.
Second and 4. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now first and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Come on, set. 18 Gators. Watch the pass. Hey, wahoo. Ready?
On 2nd and 9, Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Watch the pass. Hey, check. Roll out. He's coming. Down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Hey, Mike.
On 2nd down and 4, Rudolph going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
7. X3. 218. Chop.
Here's Rudolph. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
Yeah, from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Deuce. He's coming. We got double up. Chance. Neutral, focus.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
At the 37-yard line.
Ready. 55. Watch the run. Chuck. 55, not 55. I'm coming.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. They go play action now. Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. He will push his way down to about the 14. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Tighten up.
Back to the ground, it's Hill. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Mike, 54. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds like counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run on 1st down with Jackson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 39, Rudolph. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 43.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered. And then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
On the ready. Go, go. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Look at me. Go, go. Check 99. Check it out.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Rudolph. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return as the Ravens push further out in front. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, they'll run with Jackson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
General West. Pick it up, defense. Let's go. 25. Check 25.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. He stiff arms him. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike,
they'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. Washington's got him. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. You go.
On 1st down, it's Jackson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready? 18 Gator. Ricky. Go.
On 2nd down, it's Snell. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go.
It's third down and 4.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up and to great success.
Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4.
Play action. Now Jackson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Smooth. 49. I'm going.
Rudolph looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Leo!
Now Rudolph. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand-new ball game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Well, special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
53. Get it.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
Here we go. Watch tight. Tight ends run. Watch tight.
Now.
They'll run on first down. It's Jackson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Coming to you. Coming
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rudolph. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey, lock it.
Here's Rudolph. And his throw's going to be incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Rudolph. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely on line. It just needs a little more oomph behind it. And it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. 66, check 26, check 26. Hey, watch that.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Third and 2, here's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now Jackson on first down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Jackson now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Jackson now. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down.
Check. 54, Mike. Check.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You don't always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because...
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up second down.
Set, ready? 10 Lobo. X3. 218, chop.
Rudolph looking to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to the air, Rudolph. He's going to take a shot for the end. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Rudolph throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 35-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator.
53. Mike 53. I'm not ready.
Fight.
They'll run again with Jackson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Rudolph. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy. Protein spill.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Blue draw corker. Hey, Charlie. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Dude.
From the 38, Rudolph. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Hey, foxtrot.
Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
On first down, Snell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
132 fighter. It's a safety cream. 5. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Ready?
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Going for it all. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
On the ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. Intended that time for Cooper.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They'll run on first down. Jackson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 43-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Rudolph. Wide open receiver complete. They give him a gain of 37. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a give, right side. Jackson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Justin Jackson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On second down, Hill. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike 5-4, Mike 22,
From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flushed out right. Got a man, it's Brown. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the run, this is Jackson. A gain of 3, second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
On the set. 53. Check 53. Hey, let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball.
Now a give right side. Jackson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time. Got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
All day, baby, all day. 90.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
On first down, it's Jackson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee.
53. In your face.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Pittsburgh, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss